showtime.
OnlySlabs.
Hey there, comic book friends and fiends. It's Rob here in front of the great wall of comics. It's Saturday. It's Slabber Day. It's a slabatastic dabadoo day. It's time for OnlySlabs. And that means Chris, the comic vet, joins me here. And we have to have a guest. We can't do this by ourselves. Well, we could. We have. But it's more fun when there's a threesome. Ladies and gentlemen,
what a guest.
Our third today, Mr. Marcus, aka Circumstances. What's up, my brother?
Good to be here. I'm ready for my menage a trois.
Excellent. Yeah. Just the three.
We're rocking and rolling now, boys.
You
Let's
and
go.
I, and I, you and I. Yeah, that's.
Let's do it.
All right.
Well, before we do it, we do have an obligatory segment that we have to do, and that is we have to play Romper Room.
Romper bumper, stomper boo, tell me do. Magic mirror, tell me today, did all my friends have fun at play?
By the way, Marcus, this is all the people who like to watch. Let's Crucius. He's only 15 hours to go. Now 13. Well, we're here. Hooray. Let's go. Let's see here. Poutine, is greater than
So
poutine.
if I may, Putin. But okay.
I thought it was poutine. I've been living a lie.
So it's true, but the French who
Well,
claim
they end it right there. But the French. That's all you need to say. Say no more. Say no more,
Putin.
Jean-Malo.
Sorry.
Marty, let's go. Hip hop hooray for Slabber Day. Hip hop hooray. Oh. Yeah. Old school. Robert Monroe, happy Slabber Day. Space Case Cards. Yo. 25 Perez through the mail. Hello. Heroes for Hire Comic Club. Happy Slabber Day, fellow comic book enthusiasts. The Canadian Survivalist is fantastic. Super hand. A bunch of emojis. Awesome. John's Comics with Kids. I'm really looking forward to seeing a bunch of X-Men books here today.
Advance forward.
Marty Lechko swings right in first, right up and foremost, to drop that first super chat of the day. He likes to make sure he claims his favorite. So here you go, sir. Vogg's swinging by to say hello to everybody. It's Saturday, and you know what that means. OnlySlabs. That's right. It's Saturday. Let's see here. Tony rejoining the membership. Thank you very much, sir. Of course, 100% of the membership that I collect goes to Comics Curing Cancer, helps supports us throughout the year with everything that's going on. So if you're not a channel member, I highly encourage you to consider it. It's only $2.99 a month. At the henchman level, or $4.99 a month, or $5.99 a month. I'm actually sorry, at the Goon Squad level. But like I said, 100% of it none of it lines my pocket. It all goes to support Comics Curing Cancer, which I've heard is a reasonably good cause. Because cancer's bad. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see here. Slabber Day afternoon, everyone. Is it slabbing time? Still only 35 cents. Australia waking up early. I love it. Circumslabs up early, and I suppose I should really try to be here for Marcus, but mostly for Rob and Chris. Thank you, sir. Dave.
Thank you, Dave.
Dan, it's a slabalicious Slabber Day to you all. Dale of Suspense, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Yes. Hashtag butts.
You know what's up.
Is that going to be the giveaway, or is
I don't know.
Or is it a Tuesday night thing that we're okay?
Will Marcus be dancing on today's show? Well, maybe. You don't know. The right super chat comes through. I did not undust that one just for this. I should have.
No, you're fine. You didn't mean to.
Hello, you big sexy beast. Can we slab you both and keep you both perfect? Well, thank you. Appreciate that, Wayne.
Only in a 9/8. Minimal.
I'm nowhere near mint anymore. Trust me.
Yeah.
Too many doctor's appointments scheduled before the end of the year to say otherwise.
Yeah.
Chris Bell, good evening, comic folks of the world. Thank you, sir. Well, Bore, I like the stream. Did you? It's a good point. You don't have to wait till the end to hit that thumbs up button. We appreciate you doing it right now. Go ahead. We'll wait. Thank you very much for hitting that thumbs up. We appreciate you. Let's see here. What else we got to say? Hello to the real James Willie, not that fake James Willie, as he says, good morning, good afternoon, all. Mad Spidey, never fear. Mad Spidey is here. Phil Aileen, hello. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Dave Clark coming down from the buffet. Brian Barrick, good day, all. Ronnie Johnston, live, love, and slab. Absolutely. Bleecker Street Comics. Oh, man. Okay, Marcus, show me what you got. That's a different show. That's on Wednesdays over on the Comic Bet channel. But we appreciate
Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday.
Yeah. Brown chicken,
happy
brown
day.
cow.
Monday. Yabba dabba doo. Yep. Jay knows the way. All right. Slabbers. All right. Let's see here. I'm gonna let's get some Jedi Batman. Hello. Dead Man Cover Show. Good evening, slab people. David Clark. Potent.
Not poteen, potent.
Putin.
I boycott this episode because of Marcus.
Boycott? That's better than boycott, right? I'll take it.
Or Boy Scout, I guess. I don't know. Either way.
Hi, Boy Scout. This episode.
Dr. Von Hoot's Comics from the Spiral Dimension dropping that £5 super chat. Evening all. Cancer is the worst. Slabs are great. I'm somewhere in the middle. An acquired taste. But we do love you, Mr. Mowell. Matter of fact, Dr. Von Hoot. Like to go ahead and drop a super. Let's see, I'm going to give you one of these. Of course, all these super chats, these also go to benefit Comics Curing Cancer. This one is for you, DVH.
That beautiful bean footage.
The amateur player. Hey, all. Let's see. Trev, the shipping guru, dropping in to say slabbing time. Hello to everybody in the chat. Let's see. Make sure we get a patron of Comic Arc. What is up, gents? Thank you for swinging on by. Vox, we said hello to, but I will say hello again because I clicked on them. That's why. I think Dale Suspense, I said hello. I'm forgetting. Shop. Now, Shop, again, this is a Wednesday show, but we appreciate you joining us nonetheless.
Shopper's a good guy.
Oh, the best. Absolutely. Scrolling through Jaguar. Hello, everyone. All right. I think Cat Fan Comics Man. Hello. Eli Gunther. Hello. I think we got everybody.
I thought I saw Wellbore earlier.
I thought I said hello. If not, because I think he had a bunch of emojis.
We did. Okay.
He was hashtag butts.
Well,
yeah. So I believe I said hello to everybody. If I missed any of you, again, not intentional. Is because I was distracted by Marcus. No, we love our guests.
If you missed your tough tits, get over it. It's a cold world.
Feel free to drop those super chats throughout the show and become a member. Oh, I just saw. It looks like we got bam, $14.99 Australian super chat. This just in case I fall asleep due to too much. Something is killing the children. To which our panel, the most of the panel says, "Can you have too much? Something's killing the children."
No,
but
you mean?
Spidey, here you go.
You know, I'm very conflicted about how I'm supposed to feel watching this.
Like, come on, man. Like, come on. Like, right? Like, come on.
All right, here we are. We're 10 minutes in. This is record time. We got through the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, we bring them to the front. We bring them to the foreground. I will move ours over here because it's better that way. And Marcus, welcome to OnlySlabs. This is the show that is similar to This Is Your Life, only this is your collection. But you get to talk about the collection. It's not going to talk about you. So you get to tell the story. Most importantly, we want you to start off first by introducing yourself to these folks. Give them the cliff notes of your super comic book collector origin story. How was it that you were abandoned there in the Midwest as an orphan, and as your adopted parents brought you in to raise you on the farm, somehow you began to gain super collector powers?
Yes, I am, from Kansas proud. No, I started collecting in the 90s along with everybody else during the heyday, millions of copies sold of books. I would go down to this bookstore and buy quarter books. And a lot of times in that quarter bin, I would find West Coast Avengers books because apparently people were getting rid of those books, but I was getting them in. And so my reading was very sporadic, but I had a love for West Coast Avengers because that's what I was able to get a run of.
Someone had to.
But that's where it all began. Yeah, somebody had to read it, and it was me. That's where I began, started begging my mom for Wizards, the regular stuff that we all did back then. And finally got to the point where I could spend $1.25 and get a new comic book at the comic store. So it kind of went from there. I collected the 90s, and then I stopped collecting because really I didn't have enough money to collect, and I never got anything that I wanted ever. So just out of frustration, I stopped collecting. But I always lugged around my books everywhere I went through college and growing up, getting my own place. I always brought these comics with me, and over the years I would pull them out and jump online and be like, am I a millionaire yet? Can I sell these Image #1s for millions of dollars yet? And I would look and see, no, I am not a millionaire. And I would put them away. But in late 2020, early 2021, I pulled them out and I said, I wonder if these things are worth anything. And they still were not worth anything. But in the process of looking them up, I found you guys. I found YouTube. I found Instagram. I found all these people who were doing the comic book thing, having fun. And I wanted to do it too. So that drew me back in right during I'm one of the COVID babies, as Comic Journey would tell you, came in with the COVID crowd. And I've been here ever since, man.
Phenomenal. Well, we're happy to have you. You've been a great member of this community. I love your set. You have a unique sense of humor that people either get or they don't get. But I love it. and your willingness to stand up for other members of the community and take on anybody who you perceive as doing injustice makes you a true superhero of this community, sir. So having said all that, why don't we give the people what they truly want before they riot? And that's, let's show off your first slab, sir.
All right, so let's go back to the 90s when I first started collecting. I did collect a lot of West Coast Avengers, but I had dreams of pulling a new book, going into the shop, buying me a brand new book that was going to be worth millions. Because back then, all the books were going to be worth millions of dollars. And the book that I was able to get in on was Youngblood #2.
Oh,
And this is not
not #1, folks. This is #2,
cover,
baby.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, hold on. This is not my child. Let me fix my camera. I don't know why it keeps doing this to me. Hold on. Hopefully it doesn't do it all night.
Oh,
but this is not my childhood copy, but I do still have it actually, but it's not a 9.8 for sure because it's well read. But I was a huge fan of Image, of all the founders. I was in the hype, but I wasn't able to get any of the cool books like the Spider-Man 1 or the Spawn 1 or the Savage Dragon 1. I just missed out on all of that. But I was able to sneak in and get me this book, which was the first appearance of Prophet, which led me to being a big Prophet fan. So this was really my first cool book. I was so excited to get it, thinking that I was going to have that first appearance of that huge character that was going to be the Superman of the future. Of course, that was not correct, but I still enjoyed the character. I still enjoyed the oversized muscles of the Rob Liefeld art. And so this one will always it'll always have a special place in my heart. So when I saw this one for less than 50 on eBay, I said, yeah, go ahead and give it to me. Snatch this one up. And it's not a book worth a lot of money, but it is a book that I put on my wall and display because it's very much nostalgia for me.
The funny thing about this book is that it's kind of like a heart monitor. Every so often, it has a little blip where you get profit news or Liefeld does something and speaks about profit. People go out and quickly grab it and it beeps and then, proverbially beeps right
flat
back
lines.
down. But
We had one recently with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Right. And, but it's, again, as someone that lived through that time, yeah, man, that was a book
fun.
You got up early for New Comic Book Day back in 89, whatever it was, and you ran to the comic shop because you knew there was going to be a lineup for that one. Yeah,
Magical. Back when
nice
Eazy-E was lining up, rapper Eazy-E from NWA was lining up for a signature
Easily,
from Rob Liefeld.
I ain't no joke.
That's how I don't people.
That's about all we can. It's about all we can say on this show. It gets a little bit even for this show. It gets a little bit.
He showed up in his 6'4". Yeah,
that's another time.
Yeah, so I mean, it was such a big deal back then, selling millions of copies. Heights that we couldn't even imagine now, right? I think what Berserker was 500,000, and that was the biggest book we've seen in a long time. So.
Yep.
Levels which you had to see before, so you're absolutely right. You had to be there early. This was a huge book.
It was a special time.
Yeah.
The 90s were something special, baby. Marcus, if you want, because I noticed you were having some issues there with the screen glare. If you put the StreamYard into dark mode, using the settings, you go to the general, you can switch it to dark. That'll help cut down the glare tremendously.
Okay, where is that setting at here? Hold on.
Use settings, and then it'll be under general, and at the very bottom you'll have an appearance of light or dark. You should be able to select dark, and it'll input all the white stuff to black.
Yeah, Ronnie Johnson's correct. That was a great way.
Nope, you should be able to do it right from your the settings right at the bottom of the StreamYard.
Matt, we all kind of missed the 90s,
right next to the present
90s. Shout out to Rod that's joined us. Shout out to the Marine TJ. Wait, you missed Moon Knight? Not yet. That must be up next. Just a heads up.
If you can't find it, don't worry about it. You can work around it. But I mean, it should be. You hit settings and you just go to general.
Yeah, usually I'm not an idiot, but I swear I do not see the general. I do see
it's right above the camera. When you hit the settings, you're on camera. Right above it is general.
There is nothing.
Shout out to John Comic Avalon that's joining us.
All right, never mind.
And Joffrey.
I don't know why.
We'll move on.
Okay. I do have it in dark mode, but I don't have StreamYard in dark mode. It's true. Here. Okay, so back on Prophet. If you were into Wizard back then and you were into Prophet, then you saw the first variant that I remember. There's probably variants before this, but it was the first variant that I remember. And I desperately wanted this variant. Wizard had it on the top 10 list constantly. And it was the Prophet number 4 variant.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, there we go. Prophet number 4 variant from Stephen Platt. Who, if you remember the Wizard cover with the Stephen Platt Prophet on it, which I absolutely loved. But I brought this one to Heroes Con this year. Stephen Platt was there, so I was happy to slap that thing down and get it signed by him. Came back, I thought it was a 9.8, came back a 9.6, oh well, but this one was definitely for my collection. Again, going back to the excitement, the nostalgia of the 90s, I was real huge. This was the first variant that I remember, and it was a hot variant that everybody wanted. I never got to own it as a kid, but when I saw it on eBay as a grown-up, I had to get it and then get it signed by him. So
isn't it great being an adult, being able to go get the things you want?
Just get what I want. Yeah, I mean,
I'm a goddamn adult. I'll get what I want.
Yes. And I love how he signed it too. He looks great. So
what I love is when you take books like I always love when you take books like this to an artist, that's been around a while. A lot of times, it's not a book that they get to see all the time because it's not, people bring big books a lot of times, right? And it's like, so when you bring a book like this that's a little more esoteric stuff, you get usually some great stories and great conversations with those artists. We got little Marcus joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Nope. Oh, I'm on camera. I'm out of here.
He wanted to play mine. He wanted to.
He's
play
like, oh, they haven't paid my dad. My appearance fee hasn't come through yet, so I'm not here.
Okay. I do want to get that dark mode thing, man. I'm wondering if I leave studio if I can get it.
So I did it, Marcus, while you guys were talking. I was shouting out everyone. So I just hit the settings button down below, then hit general, and right below.
Yeah, I swear there's no general. There's no
general should be the very top setting, or maybe it's not there for you because you're not you don't have
I'm
Copilot
not
per se.
Yeah, I do not have the general option there. It's not sitting there. So
okay, 100%.
Yeah.
Here's one of my favorite stories. I'm a huge James Tynion fan, as you can see. And it was one of the early authors that I found when I came back to collecting that I enjoyed. And I really liked the heart in his writing. So I found out he was writing Batman Volume 3. And I was going back and collecting all of the books in the series. Mm-hmm. And if you look at all the books in his Batman run, there's really only one book that is a key. And it was the only book that I didn't have. I had the whole run, 86 through 121 or something. And I just needed this one. I've been searching for it. It was $50 on the hot lists, and I wasn't going to pay $50 for it. But I was searching in a shop here, B's Comic South. It's a great shop to go hunting in the bins for. And I was just looking in the back bin for Batman, and I pull out this book that I needed. It had no bag, no board, which meant at this shop that it was a cover price book. If it's in there with no bag, no board, it's just cover price. So it was a $50 book on the list, but it was in here with no bag, no board for just $4 or $5. So I pulled it out, and I'm really excited because I needed it. And I look at it, and I was like, man, this thing, it really looks like a 9.8. So I ended up taking it to to Planet Comic Con, and getting it in front of James Tynion and having him sign it, and sending it in. And
I'm guessing this is 92.
Came back, and it came back a 9.8.
Nice.
89, our first cameo of Punchline.
Marcus, first printing, correct?
First printing, yes.
Yep.
This was just sitting in there, no bag, no board, pristine copy. Comes back a 9.8. So I was super pumped. This is one of my best. This is probably my best win, definitely, because I wanted the whole run, but I did not want to pay $50 for this book. So to get it for $5 or for $4 and to have it be a 9.8 and to have James Tynion's signature on it, man, it was a huge win for me.
Yeah.
Those are the stories that the whole community loves to hear, right? No bag, no board, finding it, paying cover price, and then getting it tagged, and then it comes back at 9.8. Glorious. Rob?
I like that. I'd argue that there's more than one key in that run, but I mean, granted, a lot of the quote unquote keys are not well-lived keys. I mean, but there's in that run, you do have the death of Alfred, and you do have, of course, you have several Punchline. There's a bunch of other little non-character. Probably the only other character that was introduced during that run that you could say anything about is whatever.
Ghostmaker.
Ghostmaker. Yeah,
the kid with the big afro on his helmet.
Clown Killer,
Clown Hunter. And then there's also the gardener and the designer and Miracle Molly. But
but most of those are like one and done characters, right? Whereas at least Ghostmaker has some. He has some longevity, a little bit more.
Ghostmaker right now is one of the primary characters in DC versus Vampires, the second volume. But
I mean,
his first appearance is not a hot book.
No, it's not. But at least he's not a one. At least he's not a one and done either. I mean, I don't think it'll ever be a hot book, but it's at least it's still a key. The Punchline one is still yet to be seen in its own right too, depending upon how long that character can use. I think it's got potential. But I know other people who don't see it as such, so we'll see.
Well, the difference between Punchline and Ghostmaker, at least from what I've seen, is I don't see people who are huge fans of Ghostmaker excited about Ghostmaker, but I do see Punchline fans. So
right,
It's a big difference.
Yeah, I know. I like the well, we can get it. We can have a whole discussion about Punchline and stuff, but we'll move on. Something is killing the show. Given the guest. Wow.
Not
How
quite.
rude.
Not quite yet, Michael. Not quite yet.
But you know, the one that surprises me the most of the whole run that people don't really talk about is the death of Alfred in that run. I mean,
that's King's run. Yes, that is a very cold key.
Yeah, I guess it was right before. Yeah, but I mean, even still, that's a book that's you're like, oh, they haven't retconned that really. I mean, although they have all these other stories from different timelines now, so now he pops up for occasionally, but for the most part, in the main continuity, he's gone, and Batman's still dealing with those ramifications and stuff, and I'm surprised.
So is Nightwing. Actually, he was very consequential in Nightwing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Nightwing came into money.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's rich, bitch.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't retconned it yet. Batman with no Alfred for this long is kind of surprising, but
I think it's good.
We'll see what happens when Zdarsky walks away.
Well, you see, the thing I think that's been good about it is you've allowed Barbara to move more, into that support role for the entire, although she's doing it for the whole family, but especially for him, and allowing the other Batgirls to run as Batgirl and stuff. Because I think Barbara's far better in that role than necessarily out there fighting crime and stuff. I do like Cassandra Cain a lot. And her and Stephanie Brown together are fun at times. So anyways,
I do love those redheads, so I'm a big Barbara Gordon fan.
Oh yeah, I like her in her support role. Her stuff they're doing with her and Nightwing together are fun.
Yeah, I like her and Nightwing together.
Yeah. All right, what you got next?
All right, staying on the Tynion thing, I'm gonna hit you with the double.
It is shoveling snow, you poor bastard.
What?
One of the Tynion, I went and sought out his works, and one of the works that I found was Wynd #1. You can get these really cheap, and so whenever I see them cheap, I can't help but buy it. I think I got this one for like $45 or something like that. So I was like, go ahead and give it to me. And I also got one from my comic shop. This is a third print.
Nice.
This is one that I actually took to Planet and got it signed by Tynion himself. So, and it came back in 98 as well. It does not say. The weird thing about this one is it does not say third print on here. There's no indication that this is not a first print, but it's definitely not. It's the third print. So I don't know if that was my fault, because when I sent it in, I actually thought this was the first print. I didn't know. So I'm wondering.
You mean you think CGC doesn't pay attention and they just make the labels based off of whatever you enter on there?
Possible.
And that would explain why facsimiles get put in there sometimes without having a facsimile notation on them.
So
you get paid.
The time
I like to post.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, I like to post facsimiles and then say the haters will say this is a facsimile.
Right.
Go ahead.
The Wynd their books are, it's funny is because they are really not that expensive. Like I have that first volume. I have the entire first volume as in the one per store, the Peach Momoko one per store variants, and they were like cost nothing.
Wow. I've taught the times I've had a chance to chat with Tynion, I'm always talking to him about Erica Slaughter. But the times when Wynd comes up, he often says that Wynd is the one that's closest to his heart. The most of everything that he puts out, it's Wynd, which I like still blows my mind with, like, because he's got so many cogs happening. The Department of Truth, something's killing the children, overseeing the House of Slaughter, even though he doesn't primarily write it. But the fact he keeps going back and saying, "Oh yeah, it's Wynd for me," it like that's what owns his heart is. That just it's mind blowing. I got to get into that series. So I've never read an issue yet.
Surprised by that at all.
Yeah.
The main character, I think he probably identifies with pretty strongly. So I'm not surprised by that at all. It's a fun book. It's definitely not for everybody, but I do enjoy the book. I'm into that fantasy world stuff, So I heard someone say there's nothing that makes it stand out from other books in that fantasy realm. And that might be true, but I still like it. So I'm in on it.
That's right.
Good
All
stuff.
right, next up.
Christopher.
All right. So one thing that I like to do, actually, no, let's go with this one first. So this is my lesson in my early lesson in hype around a book, option news around a book. If anybody remembers, early in March or April or so, 2021, we had a little book called Proctor Valley Road from, was it Grant Morrison? I think.
Yep.
Yeah, Grant Morrison.
Six
And there was a bunch of hype around this book. There was option news around this book. So there's a lot of excitement. And I got swept up in that excitement before I knew any better. And I bought a few copies of this number one. And I also got this one per store. It was only $10, so I didn't overpay for this thing. But
Right.
I did snag this one per store, which I was really excited to get. Now, of course, I read all of Proctor Valley Road. It wasn't as good as we had hoped it would be, and the hype around it died pretty quickly thereafter. So there's no real buzz around this book whatsoever. But I do still love this one per store cover that I got from Christian Ward, I think it was. Yeah, Christian Ward. Yeah. So shout out to Proctor Valley Road, and a little lesson: just because a book got option doesn't mean you need to run out and get too excited about it, because it probably doesn't mean anything.
I picked it up as it was being released. I actually didn't know that it was being optioned. I enjoyed it for what it was. I thought it ended kind of weak, 6 issues, right? But yeah, to me, it was up there with some of Morrison's better stuff.
Oh, yeah. Bullshit, Marcus. Proctor Valley Road was damn good. I wanted it to be good. I mean, I didn't think it was good personally. I really wanted it to be good. I love this setup, a period piece in the late 70s talking about a Janis Joplin concert. All of that stuff sings to me, but the execution wasn't quite there. But, to each their own, I could be wrong. All right. So one thing I like to do for fun when I have extra money is I like to go to eBay, and I like to put CGC 9.8. And then I do ending soonest, and I just go look at the 9.8 slabs that are ending. And right. I did that recently, and I snagged a very cold key that I very much wanted, that has relevance going forward. We got a movie, Captain America 4, coming out here.
Oh. And boom goes the dynamite.
Captain America is still Sam Wilson, guys, and this is his first appearance as Captain America. A very affordable key that's surprisingly cold. I got this for less than $50, I remember. And so I said, a $50 9/8 slab that I want, I'm going to pay $50 for it, no problem. Yeah. So excited to add this one. I do have a raw copy of this one, but it's not a slab. Obviously, it's probably not a 9/8. So when I saw it, I said, I don't have a whole lot of all-time keys in my collection, so let me go ahead and add this thing. And shout out to Sam Wilson, Captain America 4. I'm excited about the next movie, man. I can't wait to see it. So
I can remember when this book came out, and growing up with Sam as Falcon, reading Captain America here and there as a kid. At first, like everyone, I was skeptical. I'm like, really, we're going to do this? And then the first time I saw him in the suit, I'm like, I'm sold. He looks so good. Like, it wasn't just a carbon copy of what like Steve wears. Like, he had his own look, his own identity. And I'm like, let's go. So like, I've read Sam's books separate as Cap from Steve's. Like, I pick up Cap every month. But yeah, like that, less than $50. That's a steal as far as I'm concerned. When it comes to the heartstrings, I know it might be not relevant price wise, secondary market, but my God, that Marcus, that was treacherous, shall we say? It was less than $50.
Great strategy, right? Though, search CGC 9/8 ending soonest, and look. Yeah,
I'm guilty of that myself. Yeah,
it's fun.
In my early slab collecting days, I was very guilty of that, and I have a lot of slabs that were acquired for that reason. That over time, I've filtered some of them back out because I didn't.
Yeah, what do I have this for? Yeah,
but at the same time, there were some great books that I picked up, and not even just 9/8, just simply looking at any slab that was under a certain amount that was ending in the next, in order ending, and looking at that, So I picked, Black Panther 1 and a 9.4 for like $40 that way and stuff like that. So.
some steals and deals to be had.
Absolutely.
Pro tip there for the new ones, but be careful because it can get out of control. You know, get out of control. All right, so let's go with another one with option news in 2021. I actually found this well after the fact. It had hit the top 10 lists and everybody was buzzing about it. And you couldn't find one on the shelf, but I actually went to a local bookshop and I found one on the shelf. I thought it was a 9.8. I looked real close at it. I thought it was a 9.8. Turns out it wasn't. It was a 9.6. But I was a big fan of Stray Dogs, and so I was really excited to get me a first print because I did not have one. And this was, regardless of this has been optioned, I think, by Paramount Plus. Maybe I think it was. So there probably will be something coming for this, but whether or not it does or doesn't, I don't care. I really enjoyed this series, and I'm excited to have this first print. A 9.8 would have been nice, but when it's for the PC, not that big of a deal.
I often say I was a little late getting on the train with this. It was Tyler from Whack Comics, and he said, "Chris, you are missing out." And I went back and I picked up some later printings and read it from start to finish. My God, what a wildly original, well done story! Like it. For everyone that's watching, if you haven't read Stray Dogs, you're missing out. Go find a trade paperback for cheap somewhere. You don't have to go out and collect the issues or whatever, because some of the variants do have some value. But it was excellent. It is excellent. And the artwork is just the cherry on the top.
Now is a great
and Trish Forstner, a great supporter of Comics Curing Cancer.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, and a wonderful lady.
Matter of fact, I'm sorry. As a matter of fact, shameless plug over on Nerdcrawler on the Comics Curing Cancer account, we actually still have one Stray Dogs original sketch cover by Trish Forstner on issue number 1. It's like a third printing, I think it is, but sketch cover by Trish Forstner, and it's buy it now at $100. I mean, you can't get a Trish Forstner. It's a steal. $100 over on nerdcrawler.com. Just search for Comics Curing Cancer if you're interested in it. We also have another sketch cover that's up there, also at $100. 100% of that money goes to Comics Curing Cancer because Nerdcrawler has agreed to waive all their platform commission fees and whatnot for our account. So really appreciate them for that. Sorry, Marcus, go ahead.
No,
it was a segue plug.
No. Always important to plug the C3, and that is a steal of a deal over there on Nerdcrawler. So somebody definitely needs to get over and do that. I was gonna say, if you are interested in Stray Dogs, it is a very cold key right now. You can find some of those books. Some of those books were really high for a moment now, and they're at a fraction of the prices they were at. And as it was said, that's still coming. There's still start production next year, so there will be another blip for that one. So now, not a bad. It's dumb to spec on modern books, but now's not a bad time to buy that one. Not at all.
Spec is the game that we all say we're not playing, but we all secretly do on the side.
I'll kind of play. I spec on the stuff I love. I can't help it. All right, so I do not have a first print of number 1. I wish I did, but it's too much money, and I just can't justify spending that much money on a comic book. But when I found this one for $15 at Elite Comics,
yes,
You got the local comic shop edition, $15 already slabbed?
No, it wasn't already slabbed. No, it was the raw. Okay. I found it raw for $15. And I was super excited because I didn't even have I didn't have any prints of it. So I was so excited about it, cleaned it up real nice and sent it in. And thankfully it was a 9.8. So I don't know if I'll ever get that first print unless it craters in price, but I'll always have this one, and that'll have to be good enough. So, for me, it's all about the CLZ. I got the 1 through, and I need the undying run. And so as long as I have that, I'm good. But maybe someday, if the price craters on that number 1, maybe we'll go get it. I don't know. Probably not, though. I can't imagine spending that much money. I'm not a baller like that. I got kids. I got young kids. Staying with that run, though. I have been slowly trying to work my way through the beginning of Something is Killing the Children. And I've gotten quite a few of them. And they're always best to buy in CBCS. They always seem to be cheaper in a CBCS slab. So that's also
it's true.
Cheaper.
Instead of CGC 98, CBCS 98 on that search. What were you going to say, Rob?
Oh, no, go ahead and finish your thing, and then we'll get to the super chat here from Comic Lore.
Scrotum is fun. Thank you, Perry. Well, yeah, so I'm slowly working my way, and this was one of those searching 9.8 on eBay and just trying to find a nice deal. I think I paid like $100 for this one. I think is the price I paid. But I was super excited to get it. I've been trying to slowly get the affordable pieces that I can get of this run. So excited to add that one as well.
All right, and super thanks for the super chat from Comics Lore, $2, asking us to cancel Marcus. Of course, we won't do that, but we appreciate the sentiment nonetheless. This one's for you, sir.
I think it's important to point out that it said cankle Surcam. It didn't say cancel. And that's because he spelled it incorrectly the first time a bunch of times. And I made fun of him for it. So now he just spells it wrong on purpose. So
that makes sense.
Loser. Can't spell. All right, last one before our break. Again, slowly working my way through the run. I do have number 3 raw. And then
Let's go.
This one was about the same price, $100 buy. Found it on eBay for a price I was willing to pay, and I snagged this one. I love this one. I love the number 2 cover, and I love this one as well. I love all the early ones. They're all high on my list in my book. So was super excited to finally fill the hole on this one. Slowly working my way. I just need 5, 6, and 7, and 1, 5, 6, and 7, and I'm done finally.
As someone that scours the internet once or twice a week looking for Something is Killing the Children keys, I'm finding at this point right now, eBay has now become the best again. Like short boxed, for the fantastic tool that it is. The Something is Killing the Children books have been sitting there for a little bit of time, and they haven't cooled off the way that the prices have on eBay. I'm big into Something's Killing the Children too, but my God, that now is the time to be pulling the trigger on some of those early ones. But yeah, they're all such short printed till about issue 6 and 7 when the rest of the world caught up on how great the story arc was. But let's give away some books.
Yeah, well,
I think
first of all,
8 and 9, I think, is when it goes up. 7's still kind of hard to get.
Brian Klotz, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Time to give thanks for this wonderful community and a wonderful cause. Absolutely, of course, he's talking about all these super chats going to Comics Curing Cancer to help support our fight against cancer. This one here is for you, sir.
Time I ever asked for anything I really wanted.
All right. Here we are. It's break time. That means it's time for us to give away our first set of books. To do so, you're going to have to enter the hashtag of the day. Our hashtag of the day, ladies and gentlemen, FOC and chill. Go ahead and hit that in there, and we will use that from our comment grabber to get one lucky winner globally. So it doesn't matter where you're at. Please feel free to enter. We'll be doing 7 pulls from the giveaway box. And if you haven't ever seen this show and you haven't seen this giveaway box, this isn't like any other mystery box or giveaway box. This is the best weekly giveaway box on YouTube. Hands down, nobody has ever suggested otherwise. So feel free to hashtag away. In the interim, while we're letting you do that, let's first go to our guest today, Mr. Marcus. What is coming up for you over on the Circumstances YouTube channel?
I am always desperately trying to come up with another concept for another video that I can do so that I have more than one video a week, but I have yet to do that. So just the one video a week every Tuesday night, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Will we talk about FOC, or will there be some drama in the community that everybody wants to talk about? The link is always in the chat. So what the show looks like is always dependent upon who clicks that link and jumps in. And that's part of the fun of the show. So come join us on Tuesday night. Maybe you can be the one that decides what the show talks about.
Phenomenal. And that name of that show is
Falk and Chill, or some might say FOC and Chill.
Phenomenal. Wow. YouTube and Yank? What? No. Chris, what's coming up over on the Comic Vet YouTube channel?
I went live earlier this morning for a special autograph signing, where a local comic shop in Toronto was celebrating the newest Ghost Machine title. Rockefellers, Francis Manipul, was there signing autographs, and he was kind enough to sign a bunch of books for me, including doing some free sketches on each one of them. So if you're interested in that, maybe you want to catch the later part of the rewind for that. This Wednesday, I go live 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Show Us What You Got, the new comic book day hangout, where it's an open invitation for anyone and everyone to swing on by, pop in and show the books that they picked up at their comic shop that particular day, or brand new books to their collection. Thank you, Rob.
Excellent. I want to remind everybody again that 100% of the channel's revenue does go to Comics Curing Cancer, the membership, super chats, everything else. So thank you guys all so much. A special thanks out to all those Goon Squad members, the highest level channel membership, who are contributing every single month to Comics Curing Cancer. Stephen C., Legion of Comics, DJ Links, Dr. Von Hoot, Dale of Suspense, Justin Birch Letters, Son of a Bruce, Circumstances, The Comic Vet, Austin LeMay, Mad Spidey, Ben Parker Comics, Chuck Hensey, Lone Eagle, Comiverse, Tate Prime, Deadman, Anachronic Comics, Colossus Collector, JG, Timo Hanna, Daymares, Still Only 35 Cents, Cliff on Comics, Bearded Comic Bro, Never Could Figure It Out, The Adventurous Joe, Jay Knows the Way, Valenrook, and Omnibo. Thank you guys all so much for your contributions and channel membership. It is greatly appreciated. It really helps us out a lot. This year, the first year that thanks to the channel membership going to support Comics Curing Cancer, that we've been able to cover so far. There's still a little bit of shipping left, but we've been able to cover all of our shipping expenses associated with Comics Curing Cancer, as well as some stuff. And it looks like we're going to have some money left over at the end that we'll be able to make towards that final donation of the year to help us try to get to that $60,000 stretch goal, as we're coming up real close on 56,000 thus far. So let's go ahead and we got 57 out of 64 eyeballs have entered. You've had it long enough. Let's go ahead and spin it to see who wins it. Ladies and gentlemen, wheel of, oh, come on. Wheel of fish.
Is there a glitch in the Matrix today?
I was clicking and it just wasn't going. So apparently, yeah. Bam! Marty. Let's go. Canada winning it big. Due to your Canadian postal strike, you'll probably get your parcel sometime next year, but you know, what are you going to do? Let's go ahead. Oh, I should grab the box to actually be able to
watch your back now, Rob. Marcus, this is all you, buddy.
Yeah, Marcus, you're going to be pulling books for our friend Marty. So what you need to do is either give me a number 1 through 10 from the front, 1 through 10
6
from the back.
From the front.
Back front. All right, we're going to pull a total of 7 books total. So first, we're going to start off with number 6, 4, 5, and 6. I got to turn it this way so you can't see what it is. Yeah, go ahead and let's stick. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and do this right now. We'll come back to the draws. We got just one Wonder Waffles. Thank you so much. That is phenomenal, sir. We really greatly appreciate you and your super chat helping us on our goals here. This one's for you.
But she gives great helmet.
Kiss me. No.
All right, we've got one book pulled. We got 6 more books to pull.
5 from the back. 2 from there, though.
What's that?
2 from there, though. The front and the back there.
So book 5 and 6.
Yes, there we go. That's a better way to word it.
Got it. All right. 4 more books.
Okay, and then we will do the first 4 books.
First 4 books. Wow. Okay, so we're abandoning the middle in hopes for the front and back, but we got you covered. All right. Collecting with Durs, thank you for becoming a channel member. We appreciate you, sir. Well, sometimes I stick stuff in the front and back just because we don't get enough. Sometimes people skip over those, so sometimes it's good to get there. I think we got some fun books
Switching
in here.
it up on you. I feel good about it.
All right. Let's go in here. Let's start this. We'll go with this one first for Marcus. We got the Avengers 240.
Oh, nice. I'm collecting that run slowly but surely.
The Mystery of Jessica Drew.
It sounds like you're testing the strength of your marriage if you're collecting the Avengers.
I am, dude. It's slow, very slow process. Yeah.
Detective Comics 581.
Oh,
I like
only about 500 issues ago.
Yeah. Did he use that trade dress long enough, in my opinion?
Doctor Strange issue 89, 49.
That's a great cover.
Yeah,
issue 49.
Master.
We've got a reprint of New Teen Titans #1.
Dope cover. Classic.
We have Tyler Kirkham Ultimate Spider-Man, I should say, #7, the current run.
A little bit of romance going on in Peter's life. That's good.
Machine Man #7, the first appearance of the Power Broker.
Back a brief stint of being a hot book, didn't it? Thanks to what Captain and remember that whatever happened with that Captain. I wonder if they're going to continue that.
Yeah, well, it's tied into the Thunderbolts potentially, right? Because that was introduced as they were coming on. So, and then here we go. There's the last book here we have. Boom! This on Fantastic Four issue 238. Honest, Dr. Doom is not in this Marvel comic. However, who is in it? It is the first appearance of Ben Grimm's Aunt Petunia, and it is also the origin of Frankie Ray.
That's a great giveaway book right there.
I like those joke covers.
Yeah. And that was a nice newsstand edition as well.
So there you go. Congratulations there. Those going out to you, Marty. Let me label here on this Marty. So make sure those get out to you.
I hope you did. I hope I did you proud, Marty.
All right. Congratulations. Oh, wow. Jay knows the way. Thank you so much there with the super chat. We do appreciate that, sir. Let me go ahead and send this one up for you. Let's see. Well, you know what? We've gone around. I guess you get this one.
That's not what it looks like.
It's not, but it could be.
It's not.
Just saying. Before we get back to our buddy Marcus, and his books here, I just want to share. This is what we're talking about here for anybody who's curious about it. The on Nerdcrawler, that Trish Forstner Stray Dogs sketch cover set there as a buy it now at $100. They're available. I did drop the link earlier, and I'll drop the link to this direct link to this piece again in the chat. If I can actually, God dang it, Rob, I can get a copy.
I do want to spotlight Jay knows the way. His Depends have maximum orbit.
Oh, I didn't even get the whole link. Shoot. Sorry.
The whole
There it
world
is.
wants to know who won that 10 speed.
In case we got that. All right, let's take that away. Let's get back. Let's put Marcus back in the beautiful position of power, so that way we can get into the second half of the books. We got another giveaway at the end, guys. So make sure you stick around for that. And let's rock and roll.
I think we should enter the Jenny Frison phase here. I am a Jenny Frison stan. I love everything that she does. And people say that all of her covers look the same, and that's fine because the same is awesome.
Let's be honest. Artists have a style, and so they're all in her style. Imagine that.
Yeah, and it's very distinct, and I love it every single time. So the first one we'll do is I actually found this book cheap. It's a 1 in 100 of House of Slaughter #1. And because there was an insane number of House of Slaughter #1s, you could get a 1 in 100 cheap if you waited around, which I did. And this one came in to my mailbox, and then 2 days later, it was laying in front of Tynion getting signed by him at Planet Comic-Con here in Kansas City. Come see us this coming March. We got a bunch of great people coming this next year, including Mario Lopez from Saved by the Bell, Elizabeth Berkley, and a bunch of cool other people. I want
of Showgirls fame, of course.
Yeah, Showgirls.
Yeah. Come
not
see
not
us.
Saved by the Bell.
And come get drunk with me and Pocan Joe. We always have a good time. But
I was all looking forward to trying to make it out there this coming year, but unfortunately, it conflicts with WonderCon.
Well, maybe next year then. Damn it, WonderCon. But anyway, I brought this out to him, and this was a different Tynion. This was 2 years ago, so he's lost a lot of weight since I saw him. So shout out to Tynion for taking care of himself and getting healthy. But I put this in front of him, told him how much I loved his stuff, and he signed this one for me. Came back a beautiful 9/8, and I love it. You know, I don't have a lot of 1 in 100s in my collection, so I'm a big fan of this one, and I'm a big fan of Jenny.
Nice.
Love her so much. We'll do another Jenny one. This is House of Slaughter #15. And this one is an slow down. This one is an exclusive, only 500 copies of this bad boy. And of course, we brought this one to Heroes Con and got it signed by the lovely Miss Jenny. She's very pretty and very sweet in person. And I was so excited to stand in line and just be near her awesomeness for a little while. I actually got a book signed for Rob, too, that Gwen Stacy book. I got it signed for you at the same time I was getting this one signed. So
I appreciate you doing that.
Happy to do it. Big fan. You gave me more reason to stand around her longer, so that was cool for me. Big fan of this cover, though. I love the way she does hands. It's so hard to do hands. That's one of the things that I've appreciated. It's just how difficult it is to do appendages, and she's really good at that. So
I think I'm dawning on me now. You know, I think I have like 3 Jenny Frison signed books, and I don't think I've actually had. I think I've had somebody else get them signed for me every single time. Like, I don't think I've actually stood in front of her.
That's not true. You and I went and got Jenny Frison in Chicago together.
No, we in Chicago, we handed them off to, we had it facilitated.
Well, I still had Rob books signed.
Yeah, but I didn't.
You were there.
No.
Yeah. Anyway,
it's a nice memory, Chris.
So you know what else is cool about Jenny Frison, though? How helpful her husband is with everything that's happening.
He was very helpful.
As guys kind of fawn all over.
Oh, you know what? You're right. I was there. You were there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. He takes it all in stride. But there was one person that was behind me or in front of me one time at Heroes Con this year that kind of went overboard, and her husband stood up. Just like, oh, dude, you're gonna ruin it for me, and I'm right behind. But anyway,
don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't make it weird, please.
Yeah, don't make it weird. Yeah. She's a nice, attractive lady, but for the love of God, like her husband is always right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great cover though, very classic. Love her style.
Nice.
And more recent book, but still that beautiful Jenny Frison signature.
Oh.
Yes!
I realized we already played that clip. I'm sorry, but damn, I like that cover. That cover's great.
Yeah.
This is the 1 in 25. Something is killing children, number 36. And this is another one of those I was trolling, ending soonest on eBay. And this one was,
nice.
I think this one was less than 50 as well. I'm pretty sure it was. So I snagged this one up real quick. I love
that
the green
signature on there too.
signature.
It's just
And her eyes are green too, so the signature really pops with her eyes. And you know, I'm a sucker for Erica all day, so I absolutely love this cover. This one's on the wall. This one will stay on the wall. I love how that green signature looks, man.
Her Erica, I feel, is the best interpretation of Erica Slaughter, including Deladera's take, in my opinion. But
you can't beat Deladera's. I mean, for me, Deladera's.
I'm just saying.
She's up there. Okay, last one in the Frison wing of the collection here. Another Heroes Con signature. I got 2 books signed by these guys, and then of course Ginny was added to this one. But 8 Billion Genies, number 1, the B cover, Frison's cover, triple signed by Ryan Brown, Charles Soule, and the lovely Miss Ginny Frison.
Yeah, freeze frame. Yeah. Oh yeah.
This one has some spec value to it. Obviously, 8 Billion Genies has been optioned, and so maybe some long-term spec value. But I don't care about any of this.
It might be in production.
Is it?
Like, yeah, I think it's moving forward. But yeah, and it might be being filmed around Detroit, if I'm right. But we'll see.
I got the 8 Billion Genies A cover signed as well by both Charles and Ryan, but I sold that one for Comics Curing Cancer, so that one is gone. But I'm keeping this one, guys. This one was awesome.
Yeah.
Boom.
Best cover of the set.
All right, that is the end of the Ginny Frison run. We're gonna go back to the James Tynion wing here. We'll do a double book again so I can cheat. But I was the big fan of Nice House on the Lake. And so I went and got number 1 signed. It came back. Came back at 9.6. You know, I wanted the 9.8, but I love how that gray looks on the cover. And it was definitely for my collection. So no problem with it just being a 9.6. And then I love this John Gallagher, also an Uncanny Knack. He has a bunch of covers that I love in my collection, and this is definitely one of them. This one actually stays on the wall as well. I love the Fast Times at Ridgemont High vibes that this cover gives.
I was totally thinking Phoebe Cates with that too.
Yeah. And then the thing with the arms is underneath that. Oh God, it's so good.
That's the best cover in the series, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's one with the minimal trade dress for this as well, but I actually prefer this one with the more trade dress. I love it. Yeah, but great book. I'm a big fan of Tynion, as you guys know, and I'm excited to have both of those in my collection.
Yeah, I think on that one it works well. The trade dress is way up out of the way. It's not like obscuring anything other than just some water. So it's like, who cares?
Yeah, I actually prefer it. But you know, sometimes it's like that. Another Something is Killing the Children. This is one of my favorite. This one also stays on my wall. This one's from artist. I'm not sure how to say her name right. Sui Clarice Minguida, but she goes by Sui. And I just love Erica's backside on this one. The octo there. I just love how all that looks. I didn't mean it that way. Sorry. I love how all that looks. And so as soon as I got this one, I actually pulled this one in front of Tynion as well. Planet Comic Con 2022. Got him signed. This one as well. I love the octo right there in her back pocket. And Clarice Minguida's got some great covers, and this is definitely one of them. So
yeah, that is.
Marcus, what issue is this? Is this 16?
21.
21.
Something He's Killing the Children, number 21.
Mm-hmm.
A banger. I love it. Don't see her face. All right. This is one of my favorites, and it's definitely my favorite book that I got from Comics Curing Cancer. And the story in this book has a special place in my heart because this book created a character. All right. So we were dropping slideshows and stuff trying to promote comic book community awards, and we were doing it for Comics Curing Cancer. You know, just trying to get the word out, get people to understand that this thing is happening and that you should plug in. And we learned that, you know, the algorithm doesn't really like slideshows so much. So the slideshows weren't doing that well. And so I said, well, I have this stupid wig here. Let me come up with a stupid character and try and promote it that way. And if you go back, I made a reel celebrating the fact that I was able to sneak this slab from Comics Curing. Something is Killing the Children, number 30, Miko Suyon, Big Time Collectibles variant, signed by Miko Suyon. A lovely, lovely cover. And the joke was, at the time, I was trying to get this thing auctioned off before Chris showed up and jacked up the price on me. And so if you watch the show, you know, that was part of one of the things that's going on is people talking about me sneaking this before Chris shows up. So I thought that was pretty funny and wanted to share that. And so I made the Pimp Named Slaughter talking about how Chris was a cold sucker and missed out on this and how you shouldn't miss out. So I love this book for that reason. It will always remind me of the time that I made that stupid reel with that stupid wig. And
it was brilliant. All looking back, it was absolutely brilliant. But the thing, like, that was quite the weekend. And this is Marcus's show. But because Marcus was able to get that and I didn't go overboard bidding that up, I was actually able then to get this one, the 9.8 CBCS, where the trade dress is just splashed on paint all the way around. So it worked out well for both of us. We both got Big Time Something Is Killing the Children, gorgeous covers, and mine was issue 21. It's still the Sky Warp exclusive. So yeah, the great thing about that weekend is that was the first time we went over $50,000, and there was so many great Something's Killing the Children books that were offered up that weekend. So Marcus got his literally 2 or 3 minutes before I showed up, and then a little bit later on, I was fortunate enough to get my hands on this bad boy. Yeah, that's
always plenty to go around, but yeah, all in good fun.
Yeah.
I like to get one over on those Bills fans. So
yeah, I know. We're talking about Comics Curing Cancer, Spidey. It's all good.
So when I first came back, one of the first channels that I got into, one of the first channels many of us get into, is old Comic Tom 101. And so I signed up for his stuff and got his mystery mail call. Did that for about a year and then dropped off of it. And really, the mail call is one of those things. When you see an exclusive you want, then you sign up, you get that exclusive, but it's no longer an every month thing. But I was around for my favorite cover that he's ever done, and it was Something Is Killing the Children, number 16.
Oh yeah,
by Raphael Grassetti. He sold a ton of mystery mail calls that month, and this cover was the reason why. I absolutely love it. Number 16, it's the exclusive. It's the trade dress one. He does have a virgin one, but again, this is one of those situations where I actually prefer the trade dress one. It's not too intrusive, and it shows the love for the series there. So one of my favorite covers in my collection. Not one of the most expensive, but definitely one of my favorites. And shout out to the homie Comic Tom for dropping.
It holds its own.
It was pricey at one point, especially the virgin variant. I haven't looked obviously in a while. I think I finally sold my copy a while ago, or did something with my copy. But I remember that was a big deal. That I think that was the first time he partnered with Grassetti too.
Yeah, and
I'm not sure if it was, but it was
my God, she looks so damn good there on that cover.
Yeah, so bad. I love this one. Yeah, it was going for 100 plus raw. The virgin.
Yeah,
I don't know what it's going for now.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's
Issue 16 had so many variants. It was incredible. Boom Studios went over the top with the amount of exclusives, and
they almost were dynamite.
Yeah. But yeah, they all did pretty well.
All right, the next one I want to highlight, because I just want to highlight the kindness of this community. I was watching a live stream with my homie Nick's Kicks and Comics, and he was showing off some slabs that he had gotten. And he showed one slab, and I was like, man, I love that cover. That's one of my favorite covers. And it really was. I had bought multiple copies of it raw. And I was just telling him, hey, dude, I'm with you. That's a great slab that you got there. I love that cover. and didn't think anything of it. You know, like time goes on, life goes on. And then one day I go out and look at my mailbox, and the damn slab is in my mailbox. All I did was say, hey, I love that slab. And he just sent it to me. It's in my mailbox. I don't know. Didn't say nothing to me. It just happened. And so I wanted to shout out the homie Nick's Kicks and Comics, Noctera #2.
Peter hit me.
Yeah.
Another fantastic series.
Tyler Kirkham cover signed by Tyler Kirkham. And I love this cover, dude. I thought I love Noctera. Noctera is another one of those series that I got optioned in 2021 and got a bunch of hype. That is an incredibly cold key now. So if you're interested at all, now is the time to buy it before it hits any lists again, because you can get it super cheap. But it is a great series from Scott Snyder. I know John's Comics with Kids is a huge fan of Scott Snyder in this series. So ask him about it. If you ever get a chance, he'll go on and on and on about how awesome Scott Snyder is. Yeah. But shout out to the homie Nick's Kicks and Comics, man. I appreciate you, brother. You're such a nice guy. And I cherish this book because it's awesome, but also because it reminds me of how awesome this community is, man.
That's two great female lead characters back to back right there. Something is Killing the Children, Noctera. Yeah. Incredible.
And of course, Nick. Phenomenal.
That's Nick's just one of those wonderful people walking this planet.
John is still here. I didn't know if he was still here for that troll. I just hit him with. I was trolling, guys. He doesn't like Scott Snyder. All right, we're down to 2 guys, I saved my favorite 2 for last. So
nice.
These are the real bangers in my collection. I don't have any big bangers, but these are the big bangers in my collection. The first one is a sketch that I got from artist Jeffrey Edwards. You can find him, Jeffrey Edwards Illustrated, on Instagram as well as YouTube. Great guy. He's from Missouri, but that's okay. I let it slide. But he was at a con, Fountain City Con, last year, and I've gotten sketches from him more than once, actually. Let me go ahead and show this one off. Actually, since it's sitting right here, I got this sketch right here from him, this Incredible Hulk, and from one year. But the next year I wanted to get another sketch from him, but I wanted it to be slabs, and so I did that, paid for it, and then met him the following year at Planet Comic Con, and he brought my slab over, and the thing was just gorgeous, and it was a Spawn #1 blank. And I said, do whatever you want with it. I don't care. Just give me a banger. And what did he ended up giving me?
Holy cow!
This sketch of Spawn with the colors that he added on it. Just went above and beyond for what I paid for it. Does such a great guy, great artist. If you are looking for commissions, I highly recommend you hit him up and see if he's got them open, because great artist. He was the artist on the book Siphon for Image, if anybody bought that, but he's also done a number of covers. So you've seen his covers around for sure, but this one will forever be, I can't imagine ever taking this off my wall. I absolutely love this cover. Again, he went above and beyond on this thing, man. Came back at 9.8, which is awesome. So one of my favorite books in my collection, and I will never, ever get rid of this. I don't care. Boom. Sexy. All right. Last but not least, and you might, if you've been paying attention at all to this community or DJ Links, and you probably know what the last one is, but I am a member of the Link Squad, and the Link Squad has monthly giveaways, and sometimes those giveaways are bangers. Like he gave away a PS5 once, I know, and they gave over a Hulk 180, or was it a 181?
180.
180, yeah, just very big books. And I was the recipient of one of those big books. It's by far the biggest slab in my collection. Nothing comes anywhere near close to it. And that is the first appearance of Venom, ASM 300.
Oh my God, no, no, shut the front door. No way. Seriously? Shut the front door. Shut the front door.
Shout out to Comic Man Andy. But yeah, this book far outweighs any membership fees I've paid.
A nice free book to get in a giveaway.
Didn't pay a single dime for this. And of course, this is an all-time book. This is the only really all-time book I have in my collection. And I love it, man.
All right.
Someone asked me, would you trade that in for a Something is Killing the Children #1? And the answer is no, I wouldn't actually. I wouldn't trade it in. I would keep this over that. I love that. I want that book, but I wouldn't trade this in for it. So,
all right, let's do it. Marcus, would you mind reading us what's on the right side of that blue label, my man, please?
So on the right side here, we have first full appearance and origin of Venom, in parentheses, Eddie Brock. Last black costume, Thing cameo, 25th anniversary issue.
Newsstand edition.
Yeah. And it's a newsstand. Yeah, that's nice. Endlessly homaged.
Endlessly homaged, the most slabbed book in comics.
Yeah.
Overall, I didn't know that actually. That's
when you look at the lists, they go back and forth. But for almost all of history of grading books, ASM 300 reigns supreme as the top of that list. Every once in a while, it drops to #2, and then it comes right back up to #1.
And shout out to Legion. He is right. The week before, I won his giveaway and got a first Deadpool New Mutants #90. So I had a good run there, guys.
What a run, yeah.
That's like a Las Crucius run right there. Yeah.
Sign up for memberships, Legion of Comics, DJ Links, guys. It pays for itself. So hit them up. And that is the last book, guys. Thank you for letting me do this.
Phenomenal.
Man. Excited to finally be the guy. I didn't feel like I belonged, but you guys made me feel like I belong. So thank you for that.
Marcus, we love to have folks like yourself that are passionate about books come on it to talk about the books they're passionate about, because that's ultimately what this is. This show is, well, yes, everybody loves every once in a while to see a big banger and everything else. At the end of the day, this is a collector showcase. It's about showcasing you, the collector, and the books that you like. And that same goes out to all of you guys are out there. If you're ever interested in being a guest on the show, reach on out at robs.fatstacks on Instagram or robs.fatstacks@gmail. Reach on out to me. Let me know. We're currently booking for February and beyond next year. So it's going to be a great time. We love having you guys on. Thank you so much, Marcus, for coming on out and bringing having a great show with us. Bring us some great books. Next week, we actually take a hiatus. There will be no show for next week. Chris gets a day off. It's Thanksgiving Day weekend. I am going to be at San Francisco Fan Expo. So I'll be out there. I got a commission already lined up and some other stuff. So if you're going to be in the area at San Francisco Fan Expo, let me know. I'll be out there Saturday at the show. A rare chance for me to go to a con on a Saturday. But we'll be back in December with Kid Comics official. Ladies and gentlemen.
There.
Yeah, look at that.
Showing a banger already.
Yeah, right.
Cool Scorpion. Yeah.
So, yeah, second appearance of Scorpion right there. So we got Kid Comics official will be with us on December 7th. We will make sure the show's a little bit more PG than we're usually a PG show anyways, but we'll be
mostly PG, didn't I? Feel like
no, we were good. I mean, what you're going to see is the apple pie clip will not be shown that week.
Fair enough.
On some of the super chat. But anyways, hey, look at that. We got a super chat right now. In the absence of not having one for next week, this one is for next week. Thank you so much there. We appreciate you there. Let me get you this one.
Yeah, I'm assuming we won't see that one next.
Where the bangers at? No, well, it's PG show. I mean, I'll be talking to the father will be his father will be joining us during the show as well.
Okay.
But since we that was a requirement. If I was having a kid on the show, I said you have to have your parent at least has to meet me first behind the scenes and then can sit offside stage if you want. But he said no, he'll be on with me because they collect together, so it's gonna be great. To have them both on. We'll get a chance to meet them. I think it's really interesting because he's really interested in a lot of the older books. So seeing a young kid today reading and passionate about the older age books, I love to see his opinions on some of that stuff. So it's great. Anyways, we got a giveaway to do. Bam! Slabber Day. Let's go. Hashtag Slabber Day. We'll give away some books from the giveaway bin. Like I said, next week we will be back. We'll be back December. December, of course, the last week of the month we won't have a show either. That'll be our special though. Chris and I have to get together here still to record it, but we'll be doing our top 10 pickups for the year. We'll see how that goes. Usually it goes very well for me. Let's see here.
Not a competition.
Yeah, let's get Kid Comics friendly super chat videos for next week. It's actually 2 weeks from now, but yeah. Actually, I do have the Mr. Bean footage one is okay, and I probably will try to find at least 1 or 2 more. We definitely will not be pulling the Marcus dancing out from the retirement for that. That's for sure.
That is a shame.
Yeah. Well, where was do that? Let's get here. This one's kid friendly. Here you go.
Beautiful bean footage.
Thank you so much for that, Dave. Appreciate you there. Everybody's getting those Slabber Day comments in. Again, we do ship globally with the giveaway bin, so feel free to enter no matter where you're at. Quick shipping note for everybody on Comics Curing Cancer. All packages have shipped with the exception of Dr. Von Hoot and Dave, still only 35 cents. I'm still waiting on some stuff for you guys. So everything else has shipped. So thank you guys so much. Let's see here. People are entering that. We got that. Oh, you know what? While you guys are entering that, let's also make sure we got to thank all the henchmen channel members. So thank you guys all so much. Beautiful. All right. I think we got 51 out of 66. So I'm going to give you 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Round around, where she goes, where she stops, nobody knows.
AR, you do have the best spot on that list. I agree.
You know, where the spot comes from on those lists is completely, I sort it by length of time that you've been a channel member. So there you go.
It's a total
copy and paste.
There's no copy and paste. I have to manually enter that, but still. Phil Ailing, congratulations, sir. Phil, make sure you hit me up over on Instagram at robs.fatstacks with your ship to information, and we'll get these books out to you. Chris, let's do it. Let's show these people why this is the best giveaway box on YouTube. Let's give yourself heart palpitations and pull some great books for them.
Find the bangers.
This is supposed to be my friend. Okay, let's go 6 from the front, 6 from the back.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay.
All right. Let's go number 1 from the front.
We're pulling heavy from the front and back today.
All right. Let's let it ride. Stop. And those 2 books.
Let it ride.
Stop. And those 2 books. All right, Phil, this is for you, sir.
Come on. Trying to grab just 2. 3 books are trying to pop out. So
that's okay. Careful with the box.
All right. Let's see. Oh, I just dropped my pen. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, also while I'm sorting these books here, that if you're looking for a comic book presser, check out the Rogue Trader Utah.com. He is open for business doing comic book pressing. Use the code FATSTACKS at checkout. Save 20% off your comic book pressing and cleaning. And while you're at it, he'll donate $10 to Comics Curing Cancer for each time that code is used. So there you go. All right, I'm just going to go through these here. Let's do this. First up, bang, Speeding Bullets. One of my favorite Elseworld stories. What happens if Kal-El is found and adopted by Martha and by the Waynes? So there you go. Mixing Superman's powers with Batman's darkness and stuff. Oh man, it's just like insanity. Banger. Marvels. Look at that cover.
That blew my mind. When it came out, it blew my mind. I didn't know comic books could be like that.
So good. So good. All right. Let's see what else we got in here. Oh, here you go. Chris will talk. Let's let Chris talk about this book. Bam. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow.
If you do not have this in your collection right now, you're doing it wrong. You should have these readily available anywhere for you just to pick up. Not only is it a fantastic read by Tom King across all the issues, this is a heavy spec book you need to be paying attention to because she will be having a cameo in the new Superman film that's coming up, and eventually we'll have her own movie. That's the hot book right now. Still.
All right. Now we've got ourselves bang G.I. Joe issue 32, the first appearance of Blowtorch, Lady J, Ripcord, and Rakondo.
Nice.
A lot of first appearances.
Indeed. New Mutants issue number 3, the first appearance in cameo of Demon Bear.
Nice.
Classic.
How about Green Lantern issue 51? First cover appearance of Kyle Rayner as the Green Lantern, and the first full issue of Kyle Rayner as the Green Lantern.
Nice. Is that a newsstand, Rob? Or does it say direct sales?
No, direct sales.
Oh, okay.
And the last book in this 7-book pull.
That's chuckle.
Submariner issue 50, the first appearance of Namorita.
Great Scott!
I guess he has like triples of this book. Like, why are we giving away
certified key issue, baby? First Namorita. And if you don't believe that this is a true key, ask Beckerman.
Yeah, I was going to say Beckerman would pop for this one.
He will tell you that, sir, is fire. Congratulations. Yeah. Phenomenal set of books.
You know it's good when Chris is speechless. That's what you want.
And what's good is this book is not a beat up issue either. This is a solid 6.5. Congratulations, sir.
Nice.
All right. That's going to do it for this episode of OnlySlabs. Again, next week, I give you back this hole in your Saturday schedule. I'm sorry, I'll be collecting. I actually not only get to go to a con on Saturday, but my youngest is actually going to the con with me. So I actually get some daddy collecting time in with my youngest, which is going to be great. Or either that or they're just going to find ways to spend my money. Hey, but either way, it's the bonding experience. Let's see. We've all said hello. We've all said goodbye. You guys have been super generous with the Comics Curing Cancer super chats throughout the show. Appreciate you much. And until next time, make sure you collect what you want. Don't listen to anybody, including me. I was a fat man with a fat stack of comics and a fat opinion.